Hello everyone and welcome back to Tales from the TBR. My name is Dorothy and today I have the Fictional Men of 2022 list for you. I am very excited to be bringing you guys this video. I have been working on this tirelessly for a couple of days, if not a week at this point, because I just wanted to make sure that, I was confident in the placement of the people. So without further ado, let's start going from the bottom of the list to the top of the list. There are a total of 10 men on this list, as well as 8 honorable mentions, which we will get to prior to me telling you the number 1 pick. So let's start with number 10, Stoker Templeton Vane, from the Veronica Speedwell series by Deanna Raybourn. The only non-romance guy to make the list, but March was truly Stoker's month. The slow burn romance that builds between him and Veronica through the 7 books had me screaming. Specifically, the entire 4th book, A Dangerous Collaboration, was my big moment of falling for Stoker, the way that Veronica already had. All this man wants is to restore animals to their former glory, meaning he does do a bit of taxidermy, but he can't say no to Veronica's need to solve these mysteries. When he learns a huge secret of Veronica's, he immediately knows that he needs to take a step back instead of causing a huge fight that would ruin their entire relationship or possibility for moving past this secret, and puts her well-being above his own. The man with the eye patch is honestly just going to continue making me scream from his actions, and I'm sure I'm going to continue to scream next year when the 8th book comes out. Number 9 on this list is Lauren Hale from Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. Is Lauren Hale in this book a good person? No, he is not. Did he still make the list because of how he handles the ending of this book and Lily's feelings for him? Yes. Look, I know fully well that the Lauren Hale that we see in this particular book is not a good guy in the slightest. I am fully aware that he has a lot of bad and enabling behavior, but in May he somehow won me over, specifically with the ending of this book that made me cry. Within moments of realizing how badly he reacted and what he did to Lily, he makes the decision that it's time for him to go to rehab. And as Lily is saying goodbye to him, his final wait for me had me sobbing. Could this also be influenced by the fact that I know he's better because I read Kiss the Sky first? Most definitely, but again, Low just took my heart away. Number 8 is Luca Peters from Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. This is a newer addition to the list from November when I read Lovelight Farms, but Luca truly deserves a spot. Another moment of the guy falling first and just waiting for the girl to realize their feelings too. Luca stepped up for Stella and did his honest best to show her that he was already in love with her. The man even pretends to be her fake boyfriend despite wanting to be her actual real-life boyfriend. Plus, he buys a pine-scented air freshener every single time he visits her. Like, duh. I truly couldn't stop screaming whenever he did something. And every single time he did something sweet for Stella, I was just losing my mind. Number 7 is Joshua Templeman from The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. 2 words: the walls. Joshua just blew me away. I was not expecting him to do such rom-com things and reveal that he's been into Lucy the entire time we've been reading the book. On top of that, him denying her any kind of intimacy until he is fully sure that she is also into him was just top tier. It really was. April might have been a month of romance, but truly, Joshua Templeman owned it. Next up, number 6, we have Josh Chen from Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. Talk about a shock. When Josh Chen stepped onto the page in September, I truly was not expecting to like him as much as I did. Granted, who wouldn't want a cocky doctor that seemingly has a heart of gold in their lives? But the way Josh handles the entire situation with Jules and navigating their growing feelings just took my breath away. Like, Even with the knowledge that this started out of nowhere and that both him and Jules were acting very stupid and childish, I couldn't help the joy and love I felt for him, especially when he finally tells Ava, his sister, that he is dating her best friend. I was swooning, as you do. Number 5 from this list, because we are now in the top 5 men of 2022, is Brendan Taggart from It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Are we shocked that a Tessa Bailey man made it onto this list? Because we absolutely shouldn't be. This fisherman won me over instantly in April. There was no denying him once his relationship with Piper started. Not only did he literally build her something for the bar, he took her shopping because she enjoys it, let her stay in his house during an extreme storm, and flew to LA to get her back after their misunderstanding. Additionally, his overall care of the situation and being the one to fall first, I just couldn't stop rooting for him and thinking about him after the book was over. Next up, we have Emerson Grant from Praise by Sara Cate. Oh, the things to say about Emerson. This dominating CEO took over mine and Charlie's heart in August. From the moment he entered his office and told Charlie to kneel, I was highly intrigued to see where this was going to go. As their story went on and Emerson grew into the perfect partner for Charlie, I grew to adore him as well, especially when he stands up for Charlie against her father in an extremely tense moment. Emerson straight up owns the age gap genre for me. And listen, that man can do no wrong. So, not sorry. Number 3 is Rowan Kane from The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. What girl wouldn't want to fall for the moody billionaire owner of Disneyland? In this case, Rowan journeyed to the top 5 during the end of April with his love story with Zara. His grumpiness but teddy bear nature for her won me over. Add in his journey of finally seeing what Dreamland needed to be, and I'm completely and utterly sold. Even more so, his art and desire to help Zara succeed and the final pitch for Dreamland's future success just made me swoon. Number 2 is the newest addition to this list. A shocking new addition, might I say, but a much deserved one. Nathan Hawkins from Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Nate quickly won my heart in November with his care and protective nature over Stassi. He makes it a point to ask for her consent prior to initiating any kind of sexual contact, show her how beautiful and strong she is, and puts his team above his own well-being. Even when he isn't at fault, he steps up for those he cares about. Nate handles everything thrown at him with compassion and love in a way I have yet to see this year. The man even attempts figure skating in order to help out the woman that he loves. Like, come on. And before we get to our number 1 spot, which I'm sure all of you are thinking, Dorothy, I'm pretty sure I already know who it's going to be. You might, but now let me tell you about the honorable mentions of the men that didn't make this list. Number 1 is Declan Kane from Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Yes, this is Rowan's brother. The only reason he wasn't on the list is because I just needed more from him in general before I could put him on the Fictional Men list of the year. He was just truly, he was great, but also he was lacking where I needed him to be succeeding. The next one is Nasir from We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars by Hafsah Faizal. I specifically didn't want to put any YA characters in this Fictional Men list of the year just because we're talking about a lot of adult romance novels, and I didn't want to include any YA characters just because they have different precedents set for them. But Nasir deserves an honorable mention at least because I was just truly obsessed with him when I was reading We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars. And when that man finally kisses her, I was screaming. I was screaming. Truly. And then the ending of We Free the Stars with them coming back to each other after a few moments apart, I was just like, I can't. The next one up is Jack from A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. The reason he didn't make the list is just because I haven't read A Fire Endless yet to know how I'm truly feeling about Jack. Granted, him and Adira have such a beautiful connection and relationship. but I needed just a tad bit more from him before I could officially put him here. So if I do end up reading A Fire Endless in January, I'm hoping I can officially put Jack on the list. The next one is Hunter from Give Me More by Sara Cate. This is in the same universe as Emerson's story, but I just couldn't fully commit to putting Hunter on the list because I felt like even though I loved Give Me More, I give it 5 stars, there was just something very selfish about him that held me back just a bit. In fact, I liked Drake more than Hunter, but Hunter is still like, there's something about his mental process that was like, ooh, this is interesting, but at the same time, I couldn't fully fall in love with him the way that I had with other people on this list. The next one up is Evan Xanders from Mile High by Liz Tomforde. The reason that Xanders is not on the list is because I haven't had enough time with him. In fact, as I'm filming this video, I have yet to finish Mile High, but I'm 61% into it and I'm obsessed with Xanders. So I'm sure that as I have more time with him, he will continually be in my mind and I will be continually obsessed with him. So I'm sure there's a world in where Xanders is on my fictional men of all time list, but he's not on the year list currently. The next one up is Selwyn Kane from Legendborn and Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. Again, the same reason for Nasir that I didn't put on the list is because Selwyn is a YA character. However, I do want to just say that I am obsessed with him and I adore Selwyn Kane so much. I can't get enough of him whenever he's on the page. In both Legendborn and Bloodmarked, I'm like, what's going on, Selwyn? You want to tell me a little something? You want to tell me your feelings for Bree? And especially in Bloodmarked, I was just truly in love with him. The next one is Damian Martinez from 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. Again, same reason for Xanders. I haven't had enough time with Damian to really think about how he fits in with this list or to really obsess about him. And additionally, one of my friends on Mel's Discord, Nayeli, was reading it, and Nayeli is a future lawyer and just kept bringing up all of the ethical violations Damian was doing, and I was just like, oh, I hadn't thought about that, but now that I am, so that's why he is not on the list either. And our last honorable mention is none other than Henry Turner from Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I wanted to give JJ also an honorable mention, but when I was thinking about the honorable mentions, I just kept thinking about Henry, and Henry came to my mind first. So sorry, JJ, but Henry Turner, I love him. He is a side character in Icebreaker, which is why I didn't give him the actual placement on the list. I'm hoping we get a book of Henry Turner falling in love because I would love that. And genuinely, Henry is adorable and I think he's everything. And now for our number one fictional man of the year. Are you ready? Are you waiting at the edge of your seat to find out who it is? Because I'm sure you already have an idea of who it is. And when I say his name, you're all going to be like, of course. And the number one spot goes to none other than Connor Cobalt from Kiss the Sky by Krista and Becca Ritchie. Are we surprised? No. The answer is no, because I can't stop talking about him. No one has been able to touch the infamous Connor Cobalt since I read Kiss the Sky in April at Mel Reese's recommendation. Between his intellect, powerful and strong demeanor, his compassion and understanding for Rose, and his prowess in the bedroom, Connor is a man more than deserving of the top spot of the list. The way he handles the twists and turns that are thrown at him is superior to any other fictional man this year. Literally. Not to mention the way he helps Rose with her OCD and anxiety, as well as Lily and Lauren with their addictions. No man has come even the slightest bit close to Connor Cobalt this year. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite fictional man of the year is. If you think I should have added someone to the list, who your fictional men of the year are. And if you guys like this content, make sure to subscribe. I post a weekly vlog every single Wednesday and the occasional Sunday video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!